Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Ohio Guys here. I'm Christian Ocampo, and today we're joined by a newer actress in the scene. We have Christie Guidry today. How you doing?
Hi, how's it going?
Doing well. Hope you're doing fine, Christy.
All good down here, thank you.
So we're excited to have you for your first interview ever. We got
Yes.
we got some questions we're going to ask you. First of all, what is it like working in the industry today?
Well, I don't have a big frame of reference for what the industry used to be like. In fact, in 2 days is my 1 year anniversary of my very first anime recording, so I'm still really new at this. But I'll say, and I've only worked with one studio so far, that's Sentai Filmworks. Every time I go in, I'm greeted with nothing but smiles. Everyone is so kind. It's probably the most fun I've had acting maybe ever. And I've been acting for over 20 years, mostly on stage. I do some commercial work and film as well, but anime is basically brand new to me. And I'm just so happy to have been surrounded by so many amazing people. There's really a sense of community within the anime world, and I just love that so much. So I think working in the industry today is wonderful.
No, definitely, you're in the right place.
Yes.
So, during your time in the industry, what is your favorite show you have worked on?
Probably the first one, which was Review Starlight, because it was so exciting. And I'll tell you how I got involved in that. I actually was called in for an hour with my director, John Swayze, and I really did not know anything about the show. I didn't know about the character. I knew nothing. And I walked in and was greeted by the wonderful Paul at the front desk at Sentai, and he said, "Here's your contract." And I looked at it, and it had a character with a name on it. And I thought, wait a second, like, I thought I was just coming to be, like, tested out so they could hear my voice, but no, I had this role just kind of given to me, and I was so taken aback and felt instant pressure about, okay, I've got to be good, I have to make this work, and so I think just the memories that go along with that will always make it my favorite show.
Definitely, that's what most actors have said. Like it's always the first one that's in their heart.
Yeah.
All right. Another question. What was it like working on Release the Spice?
Release the Spice was great. I got to play this adorable little character named Yua, and she was essentially the best friend to the lead character, and that was the first show that I got to show a clip to my grandparents of, and my grandma just kept saying, "She's so cute, she's so cute." So that was really fun, and then an added bonus to that, I think it was the second time I went in to record Yua, my boyfriend, Blake Weir, who's also a voice actor, was asked to come in and do the same show. And we had a date night planned after, and so we got to go in and record together, which was really neat, and then go to a Houston Rockets basketball game. So I'll always remember recording Release the Spice and getting to do that with someone I care about so much.
Oh wow, that's quite the story there.
Yeah.
And since you really mentioned Review Starlight, which is also on High Dive right now,
Yes.
what was it like working on it? And you really said about how you got in. So just
Ooh.
walk us through it.
That character was really cool. I got to play Amemia, who was a playwright. And in the world of Review Starlight, it's a performing arts school for these students, and she wrote the scripts. So it was really important to her that the scripts were done justice and that she had the best performers, and she's very much a boss type of character, and I loved that. Plus, she was so beautiful. I walked in and saw her on the screen, and she had this dark blue hair and just so much authority, and I was like, oh my god, yes, I love her. So I had a blast being a Memia.
Another show you got to work on, which is also one of my newer favorite ones. What was it like working on Just Because?
Ugh, what a beautiful show, right?
Hmm.
It's just beautifully done. I thought that was really cool because I got to go in and play Mitsuki, who is the little sister of the lead character, and we often, when we go into the studio, we have no idea who else is cast, what the script is about, So I walked in and found out I was playing the little sister, and then I found out that the big sister was being played by one of my dearest friends in the world, Miss Patricia Duran. And I recorded first, so I got to go in and record my lines, and my director, John Swayze, and I had a little fun recording some extra lines that don't belong in the show that would play in the booth for her to go, wait, what? When she heard them. So that was really cool and really neat to be in a show with a dear friend.
Oh, definitely. It's always a blast just knowing that one voice. Like, oh, I know that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, beautiful show, beautiful pacing, beautiful
So
animation,
great.
storyline, and it's beautiful for the youth. For
Yeah.
people in the 20s. Going to college. Like, it's so relatable.
So relatable, for sure.
And I recommend people check it out. So another show that I'm about to ask you, and this one is risque in different different ways.
Yes.
What was like working on Comfort?
Woo! Well, risque is the right word. I was a little nervous going in because when they asked me to play Sayaka Nakao, it was with a lot of trepidation. They were saying, would you be willing to do this show? And I was like, what are you talking about? What's the big deal? And when they described the content a little bit to me, I said, okay, but I still didn't understand why they were being so cautious with me about it, and I think it's because I was new to the industry and because a lot of actors can't do roles like that because maybe they have a day job as a teacher or something where it would be inappropriate to do a little more of an adult show. So I went in with an open mind. I went in and worked with David Wald for the first time, who's exceptional. And he was super encouraging the whole time. I think we just laughed the entire time between recordings because it's a funny show, too. It's not just risque. It definitely has some funny moments. But at the end of the day, I really enjoyed playing that character. She's one of the lesser risque parts in the show. So it's kind of an easy transition to me into that genre.
Yeah, well, you see when she goes to your grandmother.
No.
uh, Still, like it's like I say, it's still fun to watch. Just for the fun of it.
We had fun in the booth. It was a good time.
All right, and now I have a funny question that we always like to ask everyone. If you could be any character you have played in real life, who you be, and you can mix and match.
I really think I have to go with Amemiya from Review Starlight because, like I said, she's such a boss, and I myself am a little bit more of an assertive woman. I definitely speak my mind, and I like things done a certain way, and so I can relate to her, and I think in a lot of ways I'm similar. Maybe my delivery is a little nicer than hers could be, but I'm a board member for a theater company as well, so I relate to her in that way and wanting your productions to be just so. And so, yeah, I think that I'm probably most like her and therefore would want to be her in real life if I could pick one.
No, she's a good choice. I will agree with you on
Yeah.
that. All right, and again, since you're still newer and there are NDAs, is there anything
Yeah.
coming out that you can talk about, or anything you want to plug in at this time?
I do have one show that's been released since we initially talked, and it's called Mitsuboshi Colors. And that one's an adorable little show centered around three little girls who decide to be superheroes in their community. So they go through the park and help solve crimes, and I got to be one of their schoolmates. Her name is Hirai. And my boyfriend Blake Weir is also in that. He's the male lead, Saito, in that show. So that one's really great. Check it out if you haven't. And then I'm in 2 other anime shows coming out, but I'm not allowed to talk about those yet.
Yes, NDAs. All right, and then we've come to our last question, and it is our social media one. Any Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any of those platforms that for the fans to contact you at?
I do have a Facebook page set up that's public. Anybody can hop on and join and kind of follow with things that I have coming up. That includes theater work, any commercials that I may do. I kind of put it all on there. The title of the page is Christie Guidry, Voice Actor. So please hop on and like that, and we can hang out.
All right. we, the Ohio guys, appreciate your time for this
Oh,
interview.
thank you.
And want to thank our viewers too for tuning in for this episode of the Ohio Guys. Thank you all, and we will be seeing you next time. Bye,
Thanks,
everyone.
Christian.